The Beer Brothers is a comedy podcast where two dumb babies related by blood grew up and now review beers for you, the people. You can drink along if you'd like, but maybe don't do it in your car on the way to work. Drink responsibly. At home. In the dark.
Welcome back to another wonderful episode of the Beer Brothers. This is episode number 27. Today we're going to be talking about dog bites and hotel hijinks and, you know, music and just, I don't know, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. It doesn't matter. It's hot and we're ready for summer to be over. So this is our ode to summer episode. All beers today are summer type ales or beers or whatever. And so, these will be the last ones because I'm fucking sick of this heat.
Yeah. It's hot as balls outside, and
You gotta walk with a waddle outside. Make sure they don't stick to the leg.
I've been in a constant sun trance for about 2 weeks.
What? What does that even mean?
Like when you go outside, it's insanely hot, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do some yard work, and after a while you realize you haven't moved in 5 minutes because you're just lost in like heat thought.
Heat thought?
I don't know how else to describe it. Heat thought, you know?
Yeah. I've had that before, but it's usually like my clothes are soaking wet. Like I'm at the point where I just can't do anything.
Yeah, you walk outside and you just start sweating immediately. It's pretty bad.
Like I was gonna weed eat today, but nah.
Now I'm just gonna let the weeds eat me alive.
Yeah. I was gonna lay in the grass and conspire.
Yeah.
and just be done.
Just let them take me into the dust.
Expire is what I mean. Yeah, turn into a skeleton in the summer heat of Tennessee. I'm over it. All right, you ready to get into this fun-filled episode of goodies and cold snacks?
Put my beer away. Hold on 1 second.
It's on the bar.
On the bar cart.
You know, y'all didn't know Micah has a penthouse suite. There's a bar in his house.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
It's an illusion of a penthouse suite. Like, so there's
a shelf.
There's lingerie spread all over the room, but whose is it?
It's yours.
I never see anyone here. It's mine.
It's definitely yours. So if you hear this dog panting in the background, it's because it's that hot today.
Yeah. He's struggling. He's got a lot of fur. Shedding for the 5th time this year. So, poor guy.
I told Micah before we started, I was like, you know, I feel like if I dropped a match on your floor, the dog hair would be what ignites your whole house.
It would, and it would smell awful.
Yeah,
it'd smell like somebody getting a perm in a hair salon forever.
Right, and that's not the hair salon burning down. That's Micah's house. All right, our first beer of the day comes to you from the great state of Illinois. This is from the Distill. Okay, it's just Distill Brewing Company. Wasn't sure if that was pronounced like German or something. This is from their Wild Sour series, the Pina Colada Gosei. If you like pina coladas, then you're going to love this fun, refreshing take on our Leipzig-style Gosei, which is brewed with pineapple and coconut for a tropical twist on this classic sour ale. The combination provides an added layer of sweet, fruity complexity to our Gosei that is already known for its tart, citrusy qualities, while still balanced by French sea salt and hints of spice from added coriander. Cheers! There you go.
Yes.
It's
5.7 ABV.
Yeah, 5.7 ABV, 11 on the IBUs, which is normal for a sour, so it's not going to be bitter normally. It's brewed with pineapple, coconut, coriander, and sea salt. If you didn't hear that already, so
boom. So we've had a lot of Goses on this.
We've been in summer mode for 6 months.
Listen, guys, it gets. I'm going to sit you down with Uncle Mickey, and he's going to tell you about the long, hot summers in Tennessee. It gets hot down here for a very long time. Like, summer feels like it kicks in early May, late April, and then you just kind of ride out that heat till the end of September. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it carries over into October. It's unfortunate. if you feel like we've done a lot of these types of beers, that's probably why. It's just very hot here, so we've been in summer mode for a while. But I'm done with summer mode.
Yeah.
So this is our last Gosei of the year. I refuse to do any more until. I mean, I say that spring. Now, but I refuse to do any more till spring because we've done so many. We need to save some for next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is insanely tart.
I would actually like more coconut. I want it to be more balanced.
Yeah. There's not enough coconut in here. It's a little too heavy on pineapple tart. The pineapple flavor is not even that heavy either. It's just a very tart Gosei.
If you like pina coladas. Yeah,
this Pina Colada is just
so penis-y.
Yeah, it's very penis-y. No, it's not. It's pretty good. It tastes more like a Shandy. It didn't foam, and you'll see this on the pictures if you're looking at the Instagram. The foam, there almost was none. I mean, there was, but it dissipated immediately. Yeah, it was just gone by the time I was able to take a picture. So that happens sometimes, especially with beers like this being very summery and Shandy-esque. Shandies don't really keep foam a lot, so this is kind of in that. This feels that way. We accidentally bought a different one too. They have a lemon.
The can looks identical.
Yeah, they have a lemon Weiss that, it looks almost exactly the same. This one's just like a more pale yellow. The same thing happened with that one. Immediately dissipated the foam on it. So I think it's just these like Shandy Gosei sort of summer beers are not going to hold foam a lot. So they're very heavy on the sour, not as heavy on the flavor, which is a little disappointing. I wanted a little more flavor out of this one. We had their key lime pie before, and it was amazing. But this is a little weak.
Well, I think that key lime pie had like lactose or something in it to give it.
That's true. It did, and I think that's probably what helped it keep that foam a little bit better too.
Yeah. So I mean, it's fine. It's good. I just wish there was more coconut. It is sour, and that's the prominent. Which it's a sour. It's marketed as a sour. Yeah. So
those wild sour yeasts are heavy on this one. I mean, it's like every time I take a drink, I'm kind of doing the Tim Allen lactose intolerant face from Santa Claus, or that. Yeah. It's sort of like that. It's very, very tart. So yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to do more than one of these personally.
I was kind of excited that it was Pina Colada because Pina Colada is like, it's pretty smooth, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the more I drink it, I think the warmer it's getting. I can taste the sort of coconut a little bit more, but it's still not saving it from the sourness.
Nah. All right, let's move into our first topic of the day, which is I've been up since 4:30 this morning.
Nice.
Yeah, I traveled from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh.
Lord, excuse my allergies today.
It's also ragweed season in Tennessee. So
get it. Summer can leave like now. So left training, came here, was in a hotel for a couple nights, and just had this epiphany. When you get into a hotel by yourself, you just start to. It's like Room 103 from HBO. Like you just.
The first thing you do when you get into a hotel by yourself is you masturbate. Yeah. And then
pick a corner.
Yeah. And then you're like, well, what do I do now? Well, I guess I'll turn on the TV.
Yeah. You usually shed all your clothes on the way to the bed to masturbate.
Yeah.
You just shed them all and walk in.
Hotels by yourself suck so bad.
They're pretty bad. It's pretty boring. But anyway, so, I had this epiphany, which was, there's always like a notepad and a pen. Like if you got an epiphany, you need to write something down. Like they're ready for you at all times.
Yeah.
And I thought I need to leave clues to the next person that stays here.
My murder.
Yeah, to my murder. But for real, like mess with the person that's coming in behind me and hide them in a way that housekeeping either wouldn't find them, or if housekeeping didn't do their job, they would find them.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I wrote some fun notes. The first one was definitely, I wrote a note, I stuffed it in the pillow, and it said, let me write this down. So it's like, well, I put it in my phone because I loved how it sounded when I wrote it.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on.
Should I leave this long pause in to the...
Yes, leave all of it. If you find this, they didn't change the sheets. Definitely put my bits on this pillowcase, by the way.
Yeah, that's gross.
You imagine laying there and you hear a crunch of paper in your pillowcase, and you just pull it out. It's like a handwritten note from somebody.
Oh no!
Like, yeah, drag my nuts all over this.
Yeah,
Got
that would be my
filthy.
nightmare. I would have to immediately shower. I would leave a note in the Gideon Bibles that they leave behind.
Yeah.
That says.
They also have Mormon Bibles now. There's both.
Okay.
You get
well,
both.
then I would leave a similar message in both, and it would basically just say, "Hey, you looking for God? Well, He isn't here." No, I'm saying no. But I would leave a note in each one that would also say, "Hey, I rubbed my nuts on this. I know it's sacrilegious, but I did it for the goof."
My thought was to leave just look up some Harry Potter potions, but not label it that it was a Harry Potter potion, and just write
That's
down
good. Yeah.
what it was like.
Write down a satanic sounding potion and
Yeah.
put it into the Bibles.
Yes, just leave that in there for anybody.
No other clues.
Mostly on John 3:16 because that's
Yeah.
where they're going to turn to first.
They're always going to turn there first. That's what they do.
Yeah, maybe not. Okay, hold on. Is it okay to put Kool-Aid in the shower head?
No, you can't, dude. They would.
How would they know?
They would just probably blame the last person that stayed in the room.
I would be like, "What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I didn't do that." But
I mean, would the person who gets into it think it's blood?
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Put some grape and some cherry. Mix those two together because then it's
Get
going to be
that
like
deep,
the dark red.
That deep dark.
Yeah. Just poltergeist the shit out of them.
Man.
Yeah. It would be great, actually. Oh, hold on. I also left this note in the closet, just on the shelf, for the best warm cookies, and then I put your number.
Piece of shit. That's why I get all these spam calls all the time.
You got any macadamia nut cookies? You're like, what? What are you talking about? What is that? It's a
If
great...
you start leaving my number places, I'm just gonna kill you. I guarantee you, I'm gonna start writing in on every men's bathroom stall in town.
And I will entertain all those calls, actually, because they're.
I will
probably
entertain
gold.
those guests as I invite them to my home.
Yes, exactly. So getting some like Vaseline on your finger. Okay, you're like, where's this going?
In your butt.
Put it in your butt. No. Use some like a light coating of Vaseline, just so you have like a greasy finger, not like it's like overly Vaseline, and then put "You look delicious." Write that in the shower, so that way when the steam comes up from the water, it doesn't stick to that part of the shower, and they just get this secret message.
Oh God, I hope that would actually work.
I don't know why it wouldn't.
We need to test that one.
Well, here's why I think that would work is because I got in the shower. No, I turned the shower on. I didn't turn the shower on. Left. I was like ironing some clothes before I got back in the shower, and then I came back and there was like a clean handprint inside the shower where I had not been yet. And I was like, and I did the whole like, is this my hand? Like, was this me? And I did like an impression right next to it to analyze it, and I was like, that's not my hand.
You
no.
put your hand on that one, and suddenly you have like a mental like that's so Raven.
Yeah.
And you see a part of their life.
Yeah.
And I don't want to know what happened in that shower. All right, our next beer of the summer ending episode is from Einstock Brewery over in Iceland. Okay, so this is their Arctic Berry Ale. In Iceland, Summer Dagurin Fristi, which I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it means the first day of summer, designates the arrival of warmer temperatures and abundant sunshine. At Einstock, we're celebrating summer with this limited edition Arctic Berry Ale, a refreshing wit beer flavored with tasty bilberries, handpicked near the Arctic Circle. It's the perfect ale for your summer adventures, but enjoy it while you can. It will disappear with the midnight sun. And this sits at 5%.
It's kind of unfortunate that this is like their opener to summer, and we're like closing on summer with it. So.
Yeah, I mean it's their summer beer. We've done their white ale on the show before, which is fantastic. I love that beer. What are you doing?
I love that smell.
Okay, so Cody loves the aroma. It is a gorgeous beer. Has a great head on it when you pour it.
Dude, I mean, okay. You said bilberries, which I don't know what those are.
So I looked it up. Bilberries are basically blueberries. They're European. They're almost the exact same thing. They're in the same family. They might have a slightly different, like maybe they're less tart or more tart. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember when I looked it up. Essentially, it was just like they're basically European blueberries.
Yeah, the aroma of this thing, I told Micah, is like, and some people might be like, oh, that's gross, but blueberry whatever has a very distinct smell, whether that's in candy or pie or whatever.
True.
Like, this just reminds me of like you took a blueberry Pop-Tart and just cracked it open and you're like, just smell it. Yeah. Just smell the like preserves, all the stuff. I mean, it smells amazing. And from a pour aspect, the foam of this sat for like a good minute or two before it started to go away. And I'm talking like 3 or 4 fingers full. It's really, really foamy.
All right, go ahead and give us a sip.
Anyway, here we go. Micah told me I was going to hate this beer. And I wanted to not believe him. But it's because the smell, the look, everything said, this is going to be glorious. Mm-hmm. And then I sipped it, and it was like my mom was shoving medicine in my fucking mouth.
Exactly. I told you. Okay, so
it's bitter as fuck.
I drank this the other day. Me and the lady had been at the store, and we saw this. She loves, like, tart berry beers.
No, I'm done.
Yeah.
Can't do anymore.
He's already... I finished a whole one of these the other night.
How? This is terrible.
I don't know. I think... it was after the Titans game, so I was already drunk. So
that's why.
Yeah.
Einstock, you make beautiful beers, but this is way off.
This is not great. I haven't tasted it again yet because I'm afraid. Let me give a sober tasting, my first sober one.
My tongue is like dried out immediately.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, it's medicine.
There's not a lot of malt. There's not a lot of like smoothness.
It needs some malt. It needs something else extra to help that flavor. There needs to be some extra bite or something to it.
No,
even if it was more
something
tart.
to take the bite off. It needs to be more subtle because
okay,
it's actually it's really strong, but it's not a lot of sweet. Like there's not something to balance it out, and that's what you're looking for. And so it's just like
it is like a less sweet blueberry is what I feel like
it has some turpentine on my tongue with blueberries in it.
It's not that bad. Like it's a drinkable beer. It's very smooth. It's just like there's a bitterness to that blueberry or the bilberry that it's just really strange. So me and Lauren were looking at this at the store for a while, and it had a $15 price tag on it, and we were like, ugh, I don't know about all that. So she bit the bullet on Sunday and got it. And we tried it together, and we were both very disappointed. She said they actually rung it up for $13, so I think the price was just wrong. But still, $13 for this 6-pack that we weren't super happy with.
Yeah, it's great medicine. It's great.
Yeah, I just burped up. No, I know what it is. It's not even great medicine.
It's the chewable.
It's the chewable. I was just about to fucking say that. It's the chewable. It's the chewable grape Benadryl shit, like
or
this.
Tylenol.
Yeah, the kids grape
That's
Tylenol.
Exactly what this is.
Holy shit!
Oh, it's not good. I
used to like that when I was a kid, but now it's
because
so
it was like
chalky.
candy. But this is not. No. Like you want
let me give it a.
You want to get in on that great medicine chalk?
Dude, yeah, this is rough, man. So I actually reached out to Einstock and I told him verbatim that. I said, look, this beer was listed at, it was a $13 beer.
It's a hefty
investment. That's a lot for here for like something at your local store that's only at 5%. It needs to be special. And I was like, for that price tag, I was frustrated because it just tastes like cough medicine. It tastes like grape cough medicine. Mm-hmm. I was like, I love your other beers. I really hope the next one's better, but I was just really disappointed with this one. Just kind of wanted to provide some feedback. I wasn't trying to like, hey, give me some free shit.
No.
But they're sending me something, so we'll update you on what it is. They were like, hey, what's your address? We'll send you something. We appreciate the feedback.
They're going to send you a Viking hat and some glasses.
Yeah, they send me a fucking a little Viking man that jumps out and kills me.
Throws an axe in your eye.
Yeah, just throws an axe at my face.
One-eyed Micah.
One-eyed Mickey, there he is.
Micah. It's going to be your new name.
Micah.
Yeah.
Micah. Yeah.
Whatever.
So yeah, this is rough, man. Some people might like that taste. They like, if you're not into grape flavored stuff, because this tastes more like grape than anything else, you probably won't like this at all. If you love the taste, if you're one of those people like, I love grape medicine, you're a freak, and you might love this beer, and this is for you. But yeah, I was a little disappointed here. Hate to say it.
The reason that kids love the grape medicine was because it was super sweet.
Yeah. Oh, it was just better than, normal.
I didn't mind the chewable
cherry
tabs or whatever as a kid.
Yeah.
But they were definitely not as sweet as, like, you got the, spoonful of sugar.
And bilberries are not.
Bilberry. Yeah.
I'm Bill Berry. I'm not as good as other berries, but I'm okay.
Not as blue.
Yeah.
Just mostly Bill.
I'm Bill Berry. I got married at a very young age, and then my wife divorced me when she found out that I was a worthless piece of shit.
Well,
I haven't amounted to much, so I'm giving it a second try.
Jesus. I went dark on that.
Yeah.
Poor Bill.
Poor Bill Berry.
Not as good as we thought he was.
Bill Berry, he seemed good at first, and then we saw his true colors, and he was a monster. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm gonna just sign off on that one.
Okay, we're done with that. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked...
This is literally the end of summer. It's been like 2 disappointing adventures so
all
far.
the fruit is fucking rotting. It's time to harvest, guys.
That's why we're ending on a non-fruit one, but we'll get there.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to name some types of music.
Okay.
All right. So first off, an old album that you forgot about that you would love to hear again.
I'll
give you mine. You ready?
Yeah.
Just think on it.
You go ahead.
Mine is Deftone's White Pony. Picked that one up the other day just because somebody played the Back to School song. Back to School.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I love that song in high school. I was like, you know what? I just need to go get that whole album. Went and got it, and it's magical. It's a great time, piece or whatever.
One of my favorite old throwbacks is Mastodon's. Oh man, it was like that. Basically, Mastodon's album from I think it was 98.
Okay.
And so that came out before I even got into metal or any of that style of music, and I don't really even listen to that stuff as much now. But every once in a while, I love going back to that album because that album has literally been cited as the album that saved metal, and it's pretty because apparently it was dying off at the time.
See, I need to go download this. What's it called? Do you know?
It's not Leviathan. That's the one that came out after. Remission, 2002. Remission. Mastodon's Remission. That was cited as metal was dying off pretty hard at the time, and that album came out and somehow brought it back.
Really?
Yeah, dude, Mastodon's pretty sick.
I mean, I like Mastodon.
So yeah, Remission is one of the best metal albums ever made.
Here we go. I'm adding it right now. We'll listen on the way home.
Every once in a while, I like to pull that bad boy up and check it out because it kind of reminds me of the first years I got into a style of music I really don't even listen to anymore. But yeah, I enjoy it a lot. It's really good.
All right, newest album you downloaded outside like current artist?
Yeah, I was just listening to Post Malone's new album yesterday. Completely different universe. Well, not really because Ozzy Osbourne's on there. So speaking of metal.
By the way, I have that album too because it's just got a lot of bangers on it, man. Got some slaps.
It does. It's really, really good. It also has that song from the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I hate that song.
I love that song. It's great.
It's just I hate it because Brooks, my son.
Oh God, he probably wore it out.
Yeah, he's like, "Can you play Sunflower?" So every time he's in the car, he wanted to hear Sunflower. I was like, "I don't like this anymore."
It's a good song, man. It's a bop.
It's not bad. It's okay, but I will tell you, Ozzy Osbourne's cameo or whatever.
Yeah, that song's sick.
Dude, I was listening to his voice. I was like, man, you know what? Not only is Ozzy Osbourne awesome because of who he is, his voice is still butter, dude.
He still sounded fantastic for being as old as he is. He's
Yeah.
old. He's old as dirt.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of like, why is it maybe he is making music.
Yeah.
I probably need to look, but.
So yeah, we talked about this earlier, and I don't know if he is making a lot of music anymore, but apparently a lot of people who listen to Post Malone now, these like, younger, like 20, people in their 20s, they have no fucking clue who Ozzy Osbourne is. So they listen to this album and they're like, I saw tweets that were, man, I don't know who Ozzy Osbourne is, but credit Post Malone for always finding these new artists. And somebody's like, man, Posty's about to put this Ozzy Osbourne guy on the map. Like,
Lord.
People had no clue who he was. And I think the best response tweet, and I read this to you earlier, was Ozzy Osbourne didn't do acid for a year straight and stay alive for you to disrespect him like this right now.
Definitely the best response I've ever heard.
So that's
I downloaded. So I've gotten Taylor Swift's new album.
Yeah.
I got Tool's new album, but the Tool album is kind of mind blowing a little bit.
I need to go listen to that because we were talking about that earlier. In the same vein, there was a bunch of people tweeting who had no idea who Tool was. So Tool passes Taylor Swift for the #1 album.
Yeah.
And it like beat her album out on pre-orders as well because they haven't released an album in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And
you know what's bad about this? Okay, so Taylor Swift has a song called, what is it called? Something about If I Was a Man.
Yes.
Yeah, and so now it's like,
I don't like that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a great message to it. I'm not.
There's some songs that
doubting
have
it.
hooks that are okay, but I don't love like half the lyrics. I think are what pissed me off. Anyways, keep
What's
going.
bad? What's bad is like you have Tool come out. That's like it's obviously 3 guys that are extremely talented musicians,
and their drummer's like a Satan worshiper.
I mean, well, James Maynard Keenan is pronounced atheist. He hates Christianity.
Yeah.
You have like a satanic drummer and whatever. I mean, they're freaking great. Like musician wise, they're great, but I feel bad because she has this song like, her thing is like, if I was a man, I wouldn't have to try so hard.
Yeah.
And then it's like she's got these 3 dudes that have been nowhere for the longest time, and they're #1. You're like, oh,
God,
sorry, Taylor.
That's crazy. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So a bunch of her fans were like, "Who the fuck are these Tool guys?" And you get their fat asses out of the way. Yeah. Who are these Tools? Tool. And so these like Taylor Swift fans were upset because Tool surpassed her album as sitting in that #1 spot, and they weren't the other ones. There was one other album apparently too that knocked her down the list, but Tool was #1 this past week, and all these people were like, "Who the fuck are these guys?" And then a bunch of like middle-aged white men started responding, just ripping into them for the whole dumb like millennial argument. It's so stupid. Anyways. But apparently one guy's like, okay, I need to recant my statement. I had no idea who these guys were, and I listened to classic rock. And it's like, these guys are not classic.
Rock,
they're
like
apparently these guys are in the metal genre, so I'm not really... They've been around for a minute. I have no idea what I was talking about. So,
okay, so just a note on Tool. One of the things that made me like them, and obviously from the show, you probably know I like things that are shocking or just make you feel uncomfortable. And there was a live performance by Tool. And for anyone who doesn't know about them, they're a 3-piece band. So if you listen to them, you're going to be like, how does it sound so full? Why does it sound like there's a lot more players? It's because they're just really good songwriters. But on
an album, they can, overlay.
Yeah, they can do that, sure. Yeah. But even live, it's the same. Yeah. Like, you feel all of it. You're like, whoa, these dudes know how to fill up a song with just 3 instruments or whatever they're doing. And so they had this song, I think it was from their like 99 album.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the stripper on stage. Okay. And like the song's going on. I forget the name of the song is. It's like one of their most popular ones. And the stripper's like taking her clothes off and everything. You hear all these guys be like, yeah! They're so excited. And she's about to get to the part where she takes like her bra off. Mm-hmm. And everybody's like, do it, whatever. And takes it off and it's a dude. And this is like, early 2000. So,
man.
And you hear an audible like, ah! Ah! And it just sent respect, like, from my end to them just through the roof. I was like, that is awesome. To put everybody on their toes thinking, like, this is so hot. Oh, look at this. And then to have it just flipped on them.
That's awesome.
Our third beer of the day is brought to you by Narragansett presents the Dell's Watermelon Shandy. It's Narragansett's lager is what it is, but they've teamed up with Dell's, which is a Rhode Island company, I guess, that makes lemonades and fun fruit-filled things and treats for summer. I've had their lemonade shandy before, and it is amazing. Today, we are trying their watermelon shandy. Just to bring it to you, it's a fun summer flavor, but I'm going to give you a quick little thing from their company. It says, Narragansett's famous lager has been brewed and beloved throughout New England for over 120 years. So New Englanders who might listen to this are probably going to slaughter me, and that's okay. The first Dell stand opened in Rhode Island in 1948 using an old family recipe brought over from Italy. Since then, both Gansett and Dell's have refreshed thousands of happy customers on and around the Rhode Island beaches and beyond. Now the two flavors are combined to create a most refreshing summertime adult beverage. We hope you love it. A thirst-quenching summer classic, Narragansett's Dell's Shandy is a collaboration between two iconic Rhode Island brands. The first Dell's frozen lemonade stand opened in Rhode Island in 1948 using an old family recipe. A few years later, Dell started introducing new flavors, and watermelon quickly became a favorite. The Dell's Watermelon Shandy brings natural watermelon flavor, our award-winning lager, and just a touch of sugar together for its shandy that tastes as refreshingly different as a New England summer. This is kind of almost like the last one, in my opinion. It's got a great smell. It had a good pour. Mm-hmm. But when I taste it, it's, you describe the shandy being like, oh, watermelon, sugar, lager. So I'm expecting a sweet backbone to this thing, and it's kind of mostly odd watermelon flavor and lager beer.
Yeah, it's a little strange. It's a little sticky sweet, like on my lips, but the flavor, I don't know. The more I drink it, it gets okay. It's a little rough though. He's struggling.
I don't like it, Pa.
Yeah, Papa, I don't like it. Don't make me drink another,
Papa. Okay, I'll tell you this. It's a fake watermelon flavor. I don't like it.
Yeah, it says natural watermelon. I don't believe it.
Okay, they might be right, but it kind of tastes like you melted down a lipstick
like
into
Jolly
a beer.
Rancher. It tastes like you just melted Jolly Rancher into a beer, which you would think, like, oh, that sounds good. It's not.
We are really strong today. We're fucking swinging and just haymakers on these breweries.
Dude, I mean, look, like if we had to give it a number, like say we wanted to like Beer Advocate or like Rate Beer or whatever, any of those websites that you can just publicly do it, you can give these a bad score. Like what? I would give this a 2 out of 5.
I know.
I'd give the Bilberry a 1.
Yeah,
1.5. I'll give it a 1.5.
Yeah,
because I gotta save the one for the St.
The worst beer ever.
The worst beer ever. But yeah, like I mean, I don't get. Obviously, we don't have to just go in on anybody if we don't need to. But I will say this: I get what they were trying to do. I just don't like it. It's not very good. And when Cody first smelt it, he was like, it smells like watermelon, but also there's this pukey aroma, which sometimes happens with certain fruits when you're trying to integrate them into.
Specifically.
Peach is really bad about that. I had an experience with an edible in Los Angeles that kind of had a weird aftertaste like this does, and that's not an aftertaste you want.
No, this reminds me of, like I said, like cosmetics, like some kind of weird. You took a bite of a chapstick.
No, it's like that lip gloss, like the lip gloss girls. You know what I'm talking about?
All you guys that ate chapstick and lip gloss as a kid, 'cause it smelled good,
dude.
This is the beer for you.
Are you one of those freaks that just ate lip gloss? This is your beer.
I'm gonna double down here though and say that the lemonade shandy that they have that comes out in early summers. I've never seen this one before. The lemonade shandy was fire. I took that thing on the lake, and it was just
I don't doubt it. Yeah,
refreshing and delicious and great for summer. This is
I can
not
see how
what
that
I
would be
wanted.
good. I can see how that would be good. I also can see how this
It's a great idea.
It's a great idea. It just doesn't work well. I don't know. I've
It
not had a lot of
needs-
watermelon beers, so I don't know. But this just
I think if it was
it's hard.
watermelon lemonade, Shandy, it needs sour.
Yeah, it might need
needs
some tart.
something
I think
like-
you might be right. It might need something extra. It's missing something, and that's kind of how the bilberry was. The bilberry was missing some subtleness. This one's missing some tart. Like,
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I'm over it. What's the
I'm
percentage
over
on
it.
this? Did we cover that?
It's probably low. I think. Oh, it's 4.7.
4.7. Okay.
Pretty standard for a Shandy.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Give it a try if you're into watermelon stuff. Maybe you'll like it.
I can
Just
finish
not
this one,
my-
unlike the last.
Yes, I could totally finish this one. That is a good note. The last one I wasn't really able to. I finished it the other day, but I wasn't able to finish it today.
one. Drinkable, but not orderable a second time.
Yeah, I would never get another one. If somebody gave me this for free, I'd be like, "Oh, thank you, I guess." Are we friends?
Is this
or-
backhanded? Is this backhanded?
No. It's not that bad, but it's but yeah, it's not great.
These
Anyways,
breweries are gonna be like, we're never gonna endorse you.
I don't care. Make
that's
better
not the
beer.
point.
Sorry. Anyways,
Oh Jesus.
yeah, we're just giving us our honest opinion here. We're trying to help people out.
Yeah, we're
Struggling over there? You okay?
Yeah, I just
Audio issues?
yeah, it's fine.
I mean, don't worry about it. As long as it's recording, you should be okay.
Okay, so last episode I told you about getting bit by a dog.
Mm-hmm.
That happened unintentionally,
Yeah.
and then literally I think a day later, I sent you a video of me intentionally being bit by a dog. Right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, it was that Monday.
Yeah. It was
Sunday we talked about it, and Monday I was like, "Hey, look at this," and I'm like,
it's a police dog.
police dog. So we had some friends of ours that are in the police department that we live near. They were going through canine training. They were actually doing bomb training at a building.
Oh, dang.
And they called us and said, "Hey, do you want to get bit?" And I was like, "Sure, let's do it. That sounds like a great idea."
Hey, do you want to come get bit? Yeah, sure. Been there, done that.
I've done it on the raw side.
Yeah.
I had the raw bite. But no, okay, so we go. This was actually an awesome experience because I don't know how many times you're going to look at a rabid dog and be like, "Yeah, you motherfucker, come bite me."
Oh, no.
You know, like, it's fine. You can come get me. And we get there, and they're like, "Okay, you're going to put this sleeve on." The sleeve was kind of hard to... It was like a huge-ass oven mitt is what it felt like. And so you put your hand down in it. It's huge. And they're like, "Okay, you're going to hold it out in front of your arm like a shield, and you're just going to stand there." I'm like, "Okay." 50 yards away is the police car that has the dog in it. As soon as the door opens, the dog is rabid. Like, knows that it's going to come bite me. And it's just going...
I love this part.
Oh, it's going ape shit. It's just like, rah, rah, rah. I can see it. It's ready to be let off.
Yeah.
I kind of almost wish you just let him go. Like so I
just
get
right out
the
of
full
the car.
force. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, just fucking bring
Dude,
it.
that thing would have tackled you.
Yeah, it would have been great, though, because I would have been on the ground and been like, ah, you know?
Yeah, if it only stayed on the arm.
Oh, that would have been bad. Your dog's 80 pounds.
Yeah, roughly.
For those that don't know, Django is a German Shepherd,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a pretty boy, but he's 80 pounds. And this dog was 110.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, 110-pound dog.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, big boy, and I could feel all of his teeth
Jeez.
through that thing, and did not let go. Like, would not let go. Didn't matter how much I like pulled. You know, you saw the video. It's not like a lot, but I couldn't get my hand out because he was gripping it so
Yeah, I
strong.
saw that. You were like trying to pull your hand and it just wouldn't let go.
Yeah, so, you know, I like to think, first of all, if I didn't have that on, here's my first thoughts. If I was ever in a situation where the police are like, "We're calling the dogs," it'd be like saying, "Your dad's about to be home." And he's got the belt.
Oh, no.
You're like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, okay, I'll do my homework.
I mean, can you imagine a 110-pound dog that will hang on your arm? Like, I was picking him up. You saw me. I'm standing
Jesus.
up. You know, and you can post it to Instagram if you haven't already. But, you know, I'm holding him up. But imagine all his teeth in your arm just, like, ripping the shit out of it.
That's rough.
You ever watch Cops when they call the dog and the dude
Yeah.
gets bit? And
And
they
he's
start
like, "Ah!"
screaming, like, squealing, like, like that. So my question to you, because standing there waiting for him to be let off the leash or to let go to come bite me, it was like I was staring at all the ferocity of nature.
Oh, man.
And just like, yep, I'm inviting you to come and just do whatever you're going to do in this moment in a safe way. What a not death defying, but something that you're just like, you know what, I could get seriously injured that you'd be willing to do that's somewhat safe?
I think I've thought about skydiving before. I think that's about it. I don't love heights, but I feel like that would be a good way to tackle that fear a little bit, you know?
Okay.
Like tandem, I wouldn't, you know.
I've paid for a deposit on skydiving.
I would want a guy strapped to my back.
Yeah,
boner,
you have to.
Boner touching my butt. That's what I would want. No,
you need him turned on.
Yeah.
You're like, I want him whispering nothings in my ear on the way down.
I can't hear you. It's just going up into the air.
They're evaporating. Okay, so first of all, I legitimately have.
Oof.
Yeah, you want to go?
No.
You want to do it?
I actually don't. I wouldn't do it. I just was saying that. I'm a coward.
Oh, come on.
Like, don't get me wrong. It would be kind of cool, but
what?
I don't want to pay money to poop my pants. I could just do that at home.
You're gonna be fine.
I'm just saying, man. I don't know. I don't.
Couldn't do it. Okay.
I've done some stuff in my life. I'm fine. I've done a lot of things. Like I'm like, you know, I just turned 30. I really started to think about things differently.
You haven't hit that spark yet where you're like, I need more thrills.
I'm not at a midlife crisis just yet. I just need to chill for a while. I did some military stuff. I've traveled. I've done a bunch of dumb things. So I'm good for a minute. I did a gas chamber. That was fine.
Dude,
Didn't love that.
I need to hear about it. The gas chamber. Just tell, because I'm never going to do a gas chamber. I have no reason to go get one.
So, yeah, when you do basic training in the Army, they put you through a gas chamber with CS gas, which is like a nerve, not nerve, it's like a mustard gas sort of.
Okay. So chokes you pretty crazy.
Yeah, it chokes you. Essentially, you suffocate.
Jesus.
So when you go into this room, you have a gas mask on, and you have your fatigues.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And you got to take it off at some point, right?
You have to take you have to take your fatigues off. No,
and leave the gas mask on.
Yeah, and then just underwear, socks, and a gas mask. No, that's not true.
And then they make you pop and lock for the next 10 minutes. Yeah,
then you pop and lock for 10 minutes. So you go in there and they put you against a wall, back to the wall. You're all lined up, and in the middle. Kinky. Yeah, in the middle of the chamber, there's 4 pipes that are essentially just pumping mist into the air. And the room's a little foggy, because there's a lot. And they might say this every time going in, but afterwards I remember the drill sergeant I had, he took his mask off every time. Like, he had been through it several times. And he came out like red in the face, and he was like, that was the worst it's ever been. And now I don't know if they just say that every time, but he looked like it actually was. And he wasn't
he would do it every time?
He went through his soldiers, through it with his soldiers every single time. He did it with
that's a good leader.
No, it is a great, he was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He was fantastic. But no, he was like, yeah, that was hands down the worst it's ever been, because I think the gas was turned up pretty high.
Jeez.
So anyways, so you walk in and you immediately know this is going to be a nightmare because you can feel it on your skin. So your skin starts to feel like a 2nd degree burn. Like sunburn. That's just been sitting and it's very hot. You know, like when you get sunburn and the next day you get exposed to the sun again, or like you take a hot shower.
Yeah.
And how hot.
Yeah. You're like,
that's what it feels like on your skin suddenly. You just walk in and it's on your ears, on your neck. You're just like, holy shit. So, they, stand you against the wall. They come by and they pull your gas mask to check it to make sure it's secured. They pull it and put it back. So of course everybody holds their breath during that. They're not stupid, but usually a little bit gets in. So I remember a little bit gets in. I was kind of I was like, okay, this isn't gonna be good because I already don't react well to coughing. So they send you to the center of the room and they have you do one of a few different things. You either do the Soldier's Creed, the Pledge of Allegiance. There's another one. I can't remember what it is.
You have to say it before you put your mask back on?
Yeah. So you take off your mask and you're supposed to start saying it. You don't put your mask back on. They take it from you. So they start going down the line. You're lined up. Everybody's facing the door behind each other in a single file line, and you have your hand on the person in front of you. And they come by and they're like, all right, everybody start saying it. So you start reciting, and they make sure you're reciting before they pull it, and then they pull it off your face. And the second you try to take that first breath, like, you can feel it in your eyes suddenly. You're just like, oh my gosh, I can't see anything. And the second you try and take that first breath, it's like needles in your lungs.
Jeez.
And you immediately cough, and then you have to breathe again.
It's more.
And it's just more. And it's like drowning. It's almost like drowning. It's like, because when you inhale water underwater and you push it back out and you inhale it again, it's like that. So I'm coughing really badly, like violently hacking this shit out. I can't breathe.
What were you reciting?
I think it was the Soldier's Creed, which is like the Soldier's Creed. I'm an American soldier. Like, it's this whole thing. You say it every. You say it every.
Awesome.
Yeah. The Soldier's Creed. It's like a cat dying. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, it was really bad. And then so I'm like, I can't see, I can't breathe. I can see through tears, and I'm looking up to see when are they gonna open this fucking door, and they're not opening it, and I'm just like literally like stomping my feet, kind of like trying to like keep myself from passing out. Like, fuck, I can't breathe.
It's the pee dance, but you're trying not to die.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. So finally, this burst of light comes through the tears in my eyes, and they open the door and they lead you out, and you run out, and you're hacking. And the second you get fresh air, it's so much better.
Yeah,
like literally, like coming up from underwater after holding your breath too long, and then you're hacking up shit, and you're just coughing, and there's mucus, and it's disgusting. And I remember I looked at one point, and I had so much shit. I had snot coming from my nose, stringing all the way and touching the ground. So I had, that's how long it was. That's how much mucus had accumulated in my system from this like hacking and coughing and like suffocation. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And like you all go through it together, and that's like the last thing you do that day. So it was pretty rough.
You go get beers.
Yeah,
it's fine.
So like I'm good with not skydiving or being bit by dogs. Like I did that. I thought I was gonna die, so I'm pretty good for a while. Maybe when I'm 35, I'll be like, I need to do some shit. But
so here's a real question, okay? If you knew that you could do it and not be seriously injured, would you wrestle a bear?
Maybe, because I just would want him to be my friend.
He's not going to be your friend.
Yeah, but this is me. I'm wrestling him, and he's mad. He's yelling at me, and no, it's okay. We can love each other. And then I die.
Well, I was talking more about, like, a different kind of bear.
You mean like a small hairy man?
Yeah, maybe. I'm just kidding.
Idiot. So, our last beer of the day, bringing us home, is the Hometown Boys from Nashville, Tennessee, Bearded Iris Brewing. And this is their Pep Talk Pilsner.
I think we actually probably needed this as the first beer to get us through.
I'm glad we have it at the end, because we had several fruity summer ales, and really none of them were bops. I didn't have a lot of summer bops on those.
No.
I need a summer bop, okay?
Need something to bop.
I need to end the summer on a high note, and that's what these guys are going to do for us here. This is not your daddy's Pilsner. This is a hoppy-ass boy. Our latest Pilsner blends Pearl plus Hallertauer Blanc plus Nelson hops into an uplifting conversation of bright key lime, sparkling white grape cider, and overripe passion fruit at an encouraging 4.2% to boot. We can all use a pep talk now and then, can't we? That's pretty much all of the notes. It's 4.2%. Everything's right there. They kept it simple.
Hallertau Blanc.
Hallertau. I don't know how to say it because I'm stupid.
It sounds French.
I don't know. It's probably not. Who knows? But yeah, no. This is So, what better way to end the summer than with a Pilsner? Mm-hmm. That's just you got your Millers, you got your Buds, all these other beers, and then you have this, which is nothing like a normal Pilsner.
No,
at all, which I love.
I think we probably, in the last couple of beers, because we were so off-put by some of the flavors, we didn't really talk about their appearance. And that's
they were all very
Straw.
Gold Straw classic clear.
Summer, lawn cutting type beer.
This one is a hay, I would say a hay colored,
Golden Straw,
hazy.
No,
blonde.
it's pretty clear.
No, I mean it's a little hazy. It's a little
see my
foggy.
fingerprints.
I'm sorry, foggy is the word I want here.
I think that's just the coldness from the.
You think?
Yeah.
Let's let it sit for a minute, but I don't know. All the other ones poured very clear immediately.
If I clear off the humidity from
you're
my
right.
glass,
It is a okay.
Pretty clear boy.
It's fairly clear. Those other ones were, I think, just a different sort of clear. That might be why. Maybe it was the color. Anyways, it's just a beautiful, colorful, little pale, delicious beer.
Whenever we go pick out beers, I don't know what you do, but I always pick out one that looks like it's going to be delicious. Like, that's what I'm picking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, this watermelon Shandy or Pina Colada Gosei, whatever. Those look...
This is the most plain of all of their beer looks. Like, just a white...
It's just a white silver can.
Silver can with a white sticker and like a slightly holographic lettering. That's it.
Yeah, but, man, save the day.
Thank God. I needed something really good at the end of this. This is the beer of the week, hands down. It's so yummy.
We're not even gonna have that
I'm not gonna
segment
lie.
at the end.
I'm not gonna lie. They don't fuck up a lot. I've been to their brewery.
They make some good stuff.
Yeah, you can go to the brewery. You can do smaller glasses too if you don't want to do like full pints of everything. So you can do like half pints of all of their beers, and you can just go through. They do a new beer every Friday. A new brew every single Friday. So yeah, it's if you're ever in town, please visit them. They're fantastic. They do some really good stuff, especially if you love hops and everything. They are a really good brewery.
Or girls.
They like to experiment with the hops and stuff, but yeah, they're great.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say, hey, Iris Brewing, if you would love for us to come out and see your brewery, please invite us because I would love that.
I mean, we'd love to do another brew tour if they listen. But yeah,
if they listen.
I love this beer. It's right off the bat, you smell it. It's very skunky smelling from the hops. You're like, it smells like weed.
Yeah, it's got
it's a lot of
weed smell.
It's a lot, but honestly, it's pretty smooth. It's a very smooth beer. It's a 4.2, so it's not. It doesn't feel like I'm being overwhelmed by the amount of hops that are in there. It's really, really good. I don't know if they had an IBU count on this.
I know it's
it's high. That's actually surprising. They don't have an IBU count on this, but it's kind of irrelevant because everything they do is very high on that scale. So
I was gonna say it's kind of funny. It's like, yeah, it's got a weed smell, and everything else has been like, it's been blueberry and.
This smells great, but tastes like butt. And this one's like, this one smells like weed, but tastes incredible.
Yeah, it smells like a really, fluorescent.
I could fly through this beer. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's dangerous for sure.
Well,
love it. What better way to say goodbye to summer and usher in fall than a good old movie review of It 2?
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's what we're doing today. Both Mike and I saw it different times, but we have both seen the film, and so we just want to talk about it because it's had some mixed reviews. I've heard a lot of people don't like it. They weren't a fan. I enjoyed it, actually. I thought it was fun. It was kind of like the first one where it wasn't like scary, just it was intense. There was a lot of intense stuff to it.
The first one scared the crap out of me. This one did not.
The first one scared you?
It did scare me.
Really?
Dude, the scene in the garage with the projector and the fucking, the in and out, flash.
Oh, I love it.
Terrified me. It was great, but it scared the shit out of me.
Okay,
But this one did not scare me as much. There wasn't as many scares, I'll say. A lot of jumps. Like, me and my roommate, Chris, we were just predicting half of where the scares were coming from. The movie had a lot of classic scare equations going on, okay? They have the classic
silence,
jump scare, get you, okay? Yeah. Then they have the look one way, look the other way, jump scare.
It's the distraction scare.
Yes, the distraction scare. Like, oh, what's that? Oh, scary over here. Just kidding.
Actually, they do the double down. Which
I was going to say, then there's the fake out.
Ah!
Yeah, there's the fake out where you look one way, you look the other way, you look back, there's no scare, and then there's a scare of the other place.
You just feel it. You can feel it coming.
Half the time I knew. They were very predictable. It was brutal. There was some really fucked up shit in the movie. Opening sequence which is actually the opening sequence from the book, was just more brutal than almost anything else in the movie, and it wasn't even doing anything in it. I enjoyed the film. I felt like it was very weak at the end when he turns into a poop emoji. And
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it yet.
You might want to skip to the end of this episode.
Skip to the end of this. He basically turns into a poop emoji at the end. Like, he splats on the ground like a pudding.
Did they
with
step
a face.
on him?
No, they pulled his heart out and squeezed it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was
which is what
lame.
happens in the book, but it
was
the
kinda
way
lame
they
how
did,
they did
it
it.
was just like they were calling him names.
And he's like,
Oh, you hurt my feelings, and
Yeah.
then they killed him. Like, they literally said, "There's more than one way to make a person small," so they started to belittle him. Which I was cracking up. Like, I was laughing so hard at that, and honestly, the acting in the movie is impeccable. Everybody, James McAvoy, Jessica Chastain, they crush it. Bill Hader steals every fucking scene he's in. He's just so funny and good in everything he does. I didn't love how the movie. I didn't actually love that opening because it didn't feel like. So in the books, it has a very heavy influence on the town, and they have this like almost symbiotic relationship. And the town. Mm-hmm. In the movie, it never felt like that was the case. It always felt like it was just capitalizing on things about the town. It never felt like he was influencing the town. So that scene just felt like, oh, I'm just going to eat this guy because he's afraid. I'm going to feed on his fears. It didn't feel like he was influencing those people to do that stuff. Well, it was very strange.
They had that one scene of like him without the makeup.
Yeah.
You know, and him in the photos without the makeup, but you could tell it was him.
Yeah.
So I think they tried to make it. It just didn't sell.
It didn't sell. I wanted, like, if you're gonna do it, you need to see that influence happening through every part. You need to see more hints that he's doing something, that he's like, you know what I mean? It didn't feel like that at times. So that was my biggest complaint. That the ending was very weak. I honestly have thought, and I almost want to try to do this. I feel like you could cut the two movies because it was 3 hours. The second one.
Yeah, it was long.
And the first one was only 2 hours. So I feel like you could cut both of those into a 4-hour epic. I really do think you could cut them together. You could just do, because in the movie they go back and forth between the kids and the future. You could just do that more and cut the two movies into one. You could have the ending where they're belittling him. You could splice that with the kids' ending where they're physically beating him. So like, somebody calls him a bully or calls him a monster or whatever they call him because they're belittling him, and then it cuts to that character as a kid physically hitting him with an object. Like, those are little things you could have done that they decided not to do that would have sold me on the ending.
What's funny though is they did do some splicing.
They did the
old
splicing.
And the new together.
They did the splicing, but they didn't take. I felt like that would have been the perfect moment to do it because it really would have wrapped everything together, and it didn't. So I feel like you could cut those movies into one long 4-hour film, and you'd be good to go. I was at the grocery store, and I've been wanting this for a little while.
Okay.
And most people, they go to the store, and who knows, this whole bit might not sell, and I have to cut this whole part. Most people, when they go to the store nowadays, you see a lot of like commercials for like toilet wipes, toilet paper, booty wipes, whatever you want to call them. Mm-hmm. I call them booty wipes. Basically, they're adult, flushable baby wipes. Yes, that's what they are. So I like to have a clean butt, so I buy these. Okay,
I like my butthole to be crisp.
I want it to be squeaky clean. I don't want anything left behind. So I like these. They're great. So if you go into those sections nowadays, especially at Kroger, you'll see that there's a lot of in some of these aisles, like face lotions, other things like that. You'll see a lot of stuff geared towards young men that feel, I guess, like they don't want to feel emasculated because they're buying butt wipes. I don't know. But they have this stuff, this brand called Dude Wipes. And it's on like a black packaging. It's very masculine. So when you buy them and check out, like, these are just my dude wipes.
It's a black package, and it also has this like kind of neon futuristic writing.
Yes.
So it looks very like cold.
Yeah. So it's supposed to look like this so that you don't, feel like a fancy boy. I don't know. I don't understand it.
There's no good way of saying that. Yeah, it's like, so you don't feel like a pussy? Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, literally, basically this package is just towards men who are, like... Afraid of their own masculinity. They're afraid of their own masculinity. Like, that's literally what it is. So I came up with a commercial bit. Okay.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
Okay, so here's my idea.
I want a jingle.
No, it's basically a voice. It's a voice. Okay, so here is our commercial for Dude Wipes. Open on interior daytime. Two bros sitting on the couch eating Doritos and watching Family Guy.
Crunch, crunch.
Derek, what's that smell?
What do you mean, Bri?
It smells like dirty dick in here.
Oh, sorry. That's probably me. It's been a little weird lately.
Derek, you need dude wipes.
Dude wipes?
Hey, are you a guy like me with a dirty ass dick? What? Hold on. Then you probably need dude wipes. Dude wipes. Clean your dick, dude.
Yeah.
That's the whole commercial.
Thanks, Bri.
Yeah. Oh, thanks a lot, Bri. I was doing this in the car with Lauren one day because we saw him at the store and I just couldn't get over it. And I literally was doing this bit for 30 minutes. She's just crying the whole time.
I think the packaging needs some reinventing. It's not the cold.
It doesn't need to be called dude wipes either.
It actually should just be a weirdly shaped crusty sock.
Yo, Bri, what's this sock in the corner? That's my dude wipe.
Have you ever smelt your dick when you didn't want to?
Dude wipes. Clean your dick, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, we should just make them that commercial. It's genius marketing, in my opinion.
It might actually help them sell that more. So one time, I actually bought those once just because I was curious, what the fuck are these? And they're the. I mean, it's
literally the same thing.
There's no special,
and they're more expensive.
And it's. I was like, this is you're exploiting guys. For this.
For discretion, it's it literally says "dude wipes" on it. It might as well say "Hey, I'm really scared to buy a normal product, so I need something that makes me feel better about myself."
It should just be "Does your taint smell?"
Yeah.
Wipe your taint, man.
Bri, it smells like ass in here. Where's the fucking dude wipes?
Who used my dude wipes?
Dude wipes. I can just do that voice all day.
Yeah, it's probably one of the dumber products I've seen put out for guys.
I just need to start making these commercials.
Do you remember when Axe used to have the ball scrubber? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They can't. It was literally an undercarriage. It was they called it an undercarriage something. And everyone knew.
You would have to throw that away immediately after one use.
One use?
This will never be clean again.
Just call it toxic taint wipes.
Oh.
Yeah, there's that. Just do that. That'll sell.
Honestly, if it just said ass wipes on it, I would be more likely to buy it.
I would buy it for the sheer fun of having that in my bathroom.
And for the sheer fun of watching the person at the checkout, scanning it.
Yeah.
And be like, not another one.
Well, at least they're keeping it clean.
You're just doing that bit in the store, you're in one aisle and the other person's in the other. It's yo, Bri, what is that? It's oh, you mean my dude wipes? They're for my dirty ass dick.
Golly. But the thing is they're not for really anything other than normal wipes.
Yeah, they're just wipes for your poops.
Poop wipes.
Poop wipes.
Ass wipes would be better, though. Ass wipes would be great.
Yeah, a lot better.
You know how many Dirty Santa gifts would be given? I got a pack of ass wipes at Dirty Santa.
Oh, that's a great Dirty Santa gift. And a usable Dirty Santa gift.
That's it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna close this podcast down. We're gonna invest.
We're never doing another episode. We're gonna make a new company called Ass Wipes, and we're gonna sell for hundreds of dollars.
Hundreds of dollars. 5. Maybe.
Tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars.
Yeah.
But it would sell. It's
it would sell.
Did we talked one time about the prank candles on here?
Oh yeah, prank. Oh man.
The business.
We have a lot of good ideas on here.
Everyone stop listening. All our business ideas are copyrighted.
Yeah, they're all copywritten.
By this podcast.
If you make it, then you're dead.
That would be a candle flavor. Ass wipe. You know?
It's like the mix. It's like that dirty diaper smell.
Oof.
You know, it's like, you know what a clean diaper smells like? And then once it's dirty, you can
It's
kind of
got
smell
this,
the clean somewhere.
perfumey
It's a
shit.
perfume poop.
Yeah.
Like a freshly sprayed Febrezed room of shit.
Yeah, that's it. That's what ass wipes smell
Yep.
like.
Okay. Well, hey guys, there you go. Butt wipes. I mean, dude wipes. Don't buy those. Buy ass wipes when you see them on the market. We'll get them out there soon.
Yeah, it'll be
And
ass
then-
wipes by the Beer Brothers.
Yeah. Like, what?
It will be packaged in a oddly shaped crusty sock. When you throw it into your grocery cart, it will make like a ching sound against the metal because it's so tough.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're gonna sell a lot of those.
Yeah, I think we are. Well, guys, I guess this might be the last episode. See you later.
We're off to make hundreds of dollars selling ass wipes from crusty socks.
So I guess we'll see you next week then. Bye.
All right. No, shout out real quick to our good friends at Iris, or Bearded Iris Brewing. Thank you for saving the day. I do feel bad for being so harsh on the other breweries. I know they put a lot of work into those, but
Yeah.
sometimes, you swing and miss, and that's what happened here today. Pep Talk got us through, and we're appreciative. This has been the Beer Brothers. I'm Cody.
I'm Micah.
Good night.